Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to GIA. Alhamdulillah, so far we have designed very well GIA monthly Hifz progress report. So every month, at the end of the month, all teacher, they can use the information in this sheet. They can write the information in this sheet, and by entering the data information, we can decide and we can fix the best of the month. So inshallah, from now, by following this method, we are going to decide who is the best of the month. And other side, at the end of the month, we can see the students' progress. And based on that, we can discuss with teachers and with parents and even with a student. So it's going to be much effective to keep the student progress and to make the improvement, inshallah. So in this video, shortly, I'm going to discuss how to write down the information. So every month, the first day of the month after 12 a.m., like afternoon, by default, the sheet will be open. Like right now, February Hifz summary, you can see. And there are two sheets. One is Hifz summary report. Another one is Akhlaq report. So in Hifz summary, all reporter, they can see their name, student name. If any teacher cannot see their student name, Hifz student name, so make sure right away you are informing GIA authority so you can add your name. And we are going to add the reporter's name here. Some reporters we need to update. It will be updated, inshallah. So for Hifz monthly report, we have like four portion. New lesson, sabak para, and revise means manzil, and tajweed report. And then we have the comments and advice field for teacher. They can put anything special. They can write down here. For new lesson, you can see monthly goal. So teacher has to write down, it is only one time, kind of. What is the monthly goal for the students? Let's say, mashallah, student can memorize one page daily. So monthly goal, we can put 25 page, this monthly goal, daily one page. And in last month, how many days a student missed their new lesson, missed or failed, didn't pass new lesson, how many days? So we have to write down only days, and in comments, we have to write down what is the reason. Maybe a student was sick, a student was in vacation, a student was absent, or a student failed. Whatever reason, it can be many reasons. We are going to write down here so we can figure out why a student missing their new lesson. Then in this month, the student total how many pages memorize, number of pages teacher going to write down. You can see based on number of page, for example, if some student memorize 15, so by default, you're going to see there is update. Student status is good and the student getting points by default. So you have to put information only here. Then a student will get points based on that. If some student memorize less than 10 pages, then see the 0 point. Okay, so this how going to work, inshallah. Okay. Now, sabak para part, we know we have the last 5 pages. So teacher has to write down what is the average a student did in this month. They did, mashallah, average, very strong or just so, not bad or weak. So as soon as you are going to select here, let's say very strong, then a student going to get 5 points. If he's a strong, then a student getting 3 points. Okay, it's going to work by default. The rotation of 30 pages status. This one also teacher has to decide very carefully. If mashallah student very strongly every day finish 10 pages, the rotation for the 30 pages. So very strong, then a student will get 5 points. If he says strong, then it's going to be 3 points. If it's not bad, then only 1 points. And let's come here, the manzil, the total revised old juice. Okay, we can put this manzil easily. Okay, manzil. So in manzil, average pages done daily. Daily, how many pages a student did? So we figure out like less than 10 page or mashallah student at least did 10 page or average, this average report. 15 pages we can say, or mashallah, a student finish every day their manzil, so 20 pages. It should be mostly like this. So if a student, let's say 15, then a student going to gain point based on that. Okay. Then tajweed, how a student following tajweed based on that. If tajweed is not, tajweed is excellent, then 5 points. It's good, then 1 point. If not good, then 0 point. At the end of, you will see the total points. A student have opportunity to gain 25 points, the highest point every month. Okay. And this point, again, we are going to save inside by default. It's like progress summary. There will be save actually by default. So teacher doesn't need to work. Just teacher has to work only on this field. So this one for Hifz report. Okay. Now for Akhlaq report, this is very important. We are going to track student Akhlaq and discipline. So very careful how to fill up. Number one is joining on time. What is the status? Average status we're going to decide. Let's say student, mashallah, always on time. So student getting 3 points. Okay. And absence days. How many days a student absence? If you're going to write down only 1 day, then a student gaining the 5 points. If we write down 0, then also a student should gain the 5 points. Yeah, I will update here. Less than 1. Yes. Less than 1 or equal 1. Then a student will gain 5 points. Okay, for example. Then sitting position, if a student 100% always sitting position good, a student gaining the highest point, like 3 points. And the dress code, okay, for dress code, for online student, a student at least minimum, they should have the 2P. And for girls, they must have the scarf, the big scarf. And they have to have long t-shirt with the long sleeve, the long sleeves, not like very short t-shirt. So if someone follow at least this dress code, then they'll get full points. Okay, daily 5 prayers. All teacher from now, they need to ask. They need to ask for the daily 5 times salah. All teachers mean the teacher who is going to report, he has to ask a student about his salah. So if a student performs salah 5 times salah on time, then full point. A student did 5 times, but some salah with qada, not on time, then some points. If a student miss some salah, then something else. Okay. Let's say student did mashallah 5 points. Daily a'mal. Okay, this one we need to understand what is daily a'mal. We are going to ask a student recite daily dua or not? Dua before sleeping, dua before entering bathroom, dua during the eating, this daily dua, and as well as the askar of morning and evening. Okay, so if a student doing always, then he will get the 3 points, inshallah. And we're going to have meeting with parents actually, so we're going to ask parents also, verify with parents this information. Behavior, especially in the class, how a student behave. If excellent, then full points. So here also, based on Akhlaq, a student has opportunity to gain 25 points. Very, very important thing for the attendance. The first teacher need to write down a student absence or what time join. A student join on time or a student join late. In Hifz report sheet, we need to write down actually the first teacher every time. Whoever the first teacher, he has to write down attendance report also from now. Remember that. Okay. So I hope, inshallah, by doing the following this system, our students and the parents and teacher all will get more benefit. Inshallah, this system will be more effective. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.